but it's also its contribution towards good employment. The sector has been transformed in recent decades. It is now something we can all be incredibly proud of, with great visitor attractions, but also very high standard accommodation as well as restaurants. So the sector is a good sector, and in part it's because of the contribution and the advocacy that they have made. I think this bill is a good bill. I don't think it actually just is a technical bill. I actually think it's more than that. I think it's improving a bill that had a flaw in it. And the flaw was that all of us in the Chamber hadn't really identified that we needed to give local authorities the flexibility that they required in order to make sure that the bill, that the levy, when it was applied, was easy to implement. But we've given local authorities that flexibility. Now, just because they've got flexibility, just because they've got the power, doesn't mean they have to use it. This is not a compulsory power. They can choose to implement this or not. And I would urge them to consider carefully the wider economic circumstances that we now face, because we are all having to consider that. Of course we'd like more money for public services, but we all have to consider what the damage that can be done to important sectors by constantly ramping up tax. The message that it sends to the sector, our belief in the sector, and also wider sectors within the economy. So I would urge caution on local authorities about the use of this power, because I think the economy is struggling, as we've all seen that, and any additional cost, certainly in comparison with other parts of the world, can act as a disincentive. So act with caution.